Hello everyone, this is Bob Martin, the RCSubGuy with the Nautilus Dry Docks, and I am in Midlothian, Texas. I left my place in Spring, Texas at about 4 a.m. this morning. Made it up here. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning now. Ed and I are going to go grab some breakfast, and then we're going to go head out and hook up with a North Texas model Shipwrights. Going to check out that group, check out the Josie Athletic Complex, see what that looks like, and hopefully hook some of these guys on subs. But I brought a couple surface boats, as you can see. I've got a Perry-class frigate, and my Orca from Jaws is back there. But I also brought 2 subs, so we're going to get everything wet, hopefully have a great time today, and we're going to share this all with you.
Where our pitch, you can see the pitch, top right. As I go into the turn, you see the nose raise. 0.4 degrees, 5 degrees. Now when I release it, it drops, begin to drop back down.
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
And it went into a nice little sexy roll too. And when I go here, okay, there's my signal strength, receiver, 4.98 volts. My signal strength, I got one antenna, the submerged antenna is still receiving. And the other one is at 9. Okay, yaw. And temp in that compartment is 101 degrees Fahrenheit. I flip it over, and that's my current draw, and that's how much power I've used since I've been running. And there's the main battery voltage.
There you go. And it's just doing its thing out in the middle of the water without even touching the controls.
When you have a group of surface guys saying, "Where are you? Where are you?" constantly asking, "Where's the sub? Where's the sub?" It's a real submarine.
You're doing the right thing, yeah. All right, it is 2:51 p.m. I am in the car on the way back home. I got 2.5 hours of the 3.5-hour drive to go. It was a great time. Hooked up with Sub Ed Tortle, as you saw, and Steve O'Connell, who didn't bring a boat but just wanted to come hang out, as well as the North Texas Model Shipwrights crew. We were hosted by them, got to know them really well. There was probably, I think, only 5 or 6 guys there, which I guess is pretty typical. And they're primarily surface craft guys. But I will say, I think we got some converts. I know at least 2 were very, very interested in submarines, and in particular the little 212 kit that we brought. Conditions, it was nice and warm. The weather was absolutely beautiful. Cloudy though. You can see outside, well, maybe you can see outside. We got cloud cover out there. I'm glad I didn't fly. I probably could have done it. These ceiling here is pretty low though. It's is broken clouds about 4,000 feet, which means I would have had to have flown at about like 3,000 feet all the way back to South Houston, down by the woodlands there, and that's not a comfy altitude for me. So good news, like I said, and as you've seen, got to bring all these boats with me, which would never have fit in my plane. Water condition was not super awesome. It was a little brown, a little murky. Lots of geese, lots of ducks, so lots of poop all over the place. The boats all ended up coming out of the water with very authentic scum lines on the hull, but nonetheless, it was an awesome time running them. Both surface crafts I brought ran absolutely perfectly. The Perry Newcastle frigate was absolutely perfect, ran flawlessly. My Orca ran absolutely perfectly. I didn't bring any glycerin, I forgot, because it was an early morning, and it just slipped my mind for the functional exhaust, so I was not running that today, but other than that, it ran really well, and we had a shark chasing the boat. Worked really well. The little 212 worked really good. Looks like the set screw backed out on the drive shaft, and it just pulled free. But up like for 20 minutes, it ran perfectly in the water, so that was awesome. The Akula, which I was really hoping was going to be all dialed in by the time we put in there, turned out that it was sitting too low in the water, and basically when we filled up the tank, it was very negatively buoyant. These boats, because there's a single piston tank, your only 2 choices are full of water or empty of water. There's nothing in between, so you couldn't, you know, minutely adjust that for that boat. So we got lots of awesome footage of it and testing on the surface. Really great performer, super fast, very maneuverable. But the underwater portion is going to have to wait until we re-trim it. It was perfect when we trimmed it out in our trim tank back at the shop, so I don't know what changed, be it the water condition here or whatever, but we'll re-trim it, take another look at it, and hopefully get that dialed in, get that back to the lake, or probably my pool, and get some footage for you guys. So all in all, had a great time. Very happy that I came. We finished up with a lunch with Ed and Steve, talked subs for another hour and a half or so, and yeah, looking forward to next time. So with that, gonna sign off. Thanks for watching, and as always, catch you next time.